Welcome again, everybody. Welcome. It is Inside the PFL. This is Season 6, Week 8, and I am your champion, El Zubador, Joe, joined, as I am ever, as always, by Manny.
The King, 9-0.
Also a champion. And Thomas.
The +6.
Also a champion. This is Inside the PFL, as I stated here. We got a lot of shit going on this week here. Let me throw it to Thomas first. How did you feel about the week? And I know you probably felt good because you got a +6.
I liked this week. I saw some nice wins that I liked. I saw some interesting tech. Some Kyle on a warpath. It was a good week.
And Manny?
I'm going to correct my statement. I forgot that I was on a bye week. So I am 8-0. So let me walk my trash talk back just a little bit.
You're actually 7-0.
Did I miss it up again? Oh my god. I'm just all frazzled from beating Tristan.
Manny's match happened seconds ago, basically, here, and I think that we want to use some of that fire, so it is the return of the weekend observations, and Manny, I would like to throw it right over to you whenever you're ready.
Here we go, we're back on track. Alright, parade day was last week. I got a little drunk, it's fine. I'm back, I have a list of hot takes. Alright, you ready, Thomas?
Always.
Because you're first up.
Oh.
Joe Thomas is back.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him look this good in 2 full seasons.
Wow.
Thomas with nothing better to do is just as scary as Angry Kyle. Kyle on the warpath. Look out, playoff teams. He's about to run the table. Joe and the rest of Diamond, kiss your championship aspirations goodbye. Kyle's coming for you.
I do not want to face that team a third time. Fuck me.
Murphy has done something only a few of us have ever done in this league. Win 2 games in a single week. # collusion. Magirna is so broke in the draft format. Tyler, why didn't you have a plan for Magirna? Papa Hacks just got married to Mama Mags, and they're taking you night-night. Mario's coaching school is open for business. If he could fix Tyler and Mitch, he might just be able to turn trash into some bronze-looking misshapen metal. Garrison is just a regular Jeff Goldblum because he always finds a way. Gage rebooted his CPU. He found some new software and his winning ways. M1, I said it earlier, Mega Pincher can only carry a battler so far. Bobby S, my boy. He found something rare. He might not be used to it, but it's a free win. James underestimated his league mates. He drafted and played himself into the most important race though. The last place championship race. The pizza and beer race. And finally, to hit on me, I think that I'm getting a little rusty. My match against Tristan was just a little shaky. You know, I think I'm getting a little rusty from my 8 straight bye weeks. And Joe, those are the weekend observations.
Damn. All right. Well, one thing that we'll touch on to start here, I don't know if you ended up, because I think you were away when the battle happened, Mario got a nice win over Trevor to start things off here. I would like to just say, the last place race, while James is still in it here, he has to get past Trevor to get into that last place race, first of all.
Well, I mean, it's going to come down to the wire, and I think that Trevor has a better team, and James is definitely the better battler, but it's just been the story all season long. It's just that team just can't function the way it currently is.
There's some very suspect moves in there too, but let's start with Mario over Trevor. We're going to go in a completely fucking random order considering this was the second last battle that happened this week, essentially here. Me and Mario talked a little bit before the battle itself here. So one of the big things in the match itself, splitting the Ds on Heatran, just Heatran being able to live through, I think it was like 2 Dragon Claws or something. It was 2 pretty big
Outrage.
moves from KB. Outrage, even better. Look at that, fucking, woo! Heatran's scary! God, Heatran's scary.
I was like, Heatran's gonna just soak up some damage this week. And he was like, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, just from like game planning with Mario for however long we've been playing Pokemon, even back to cartridge. Like I know that I'm included, that I like to put 252 HP, and then just like if I need something to take a lot of hits, I'll split the Ds too. So like we kind of like, I really like that he brought that, so you don't like to just show you don't really need to be fully invested, because resisted, they help so much just by switching in the right Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
And with Heatran, you've got like 90 resisted types, so...
Yeah.
All of the types.
Still such a dumb typing in this damn game.
Speaking as the man who used a steel type to kick a lot of ass this week.
Oh yeah. It's a dumb fucking typing, dude.
The other thing I wanted to note on this match here, so Mario told me about his, and I'm sure he told you as well, Thomas, because Mario happens to be the person we interviewed this week, about his set on Miltank, to where he wanted to build it to take the Z-Ice, and even through fucking thick fat, Ice Beam does like 70% to Miltank, which is scary.
Yeah, KB's scary.
Someone, please, next season, draft KB, because it's coming to me, all right? And I want to hold the reins on that monster one more time.
Let's go ahead and move on here. Next we got a big surprise of the week here. Rob over James +3. So immediately, my big thing happening in this match here, where I'm watching the match, and so, okay, here's Lipard. Lipard's out. Here's Clawitzer on the other side. You use U-turn, like, okay, let me get out of here really quick so I don't die. What am I going to send in? So you send in Aurorus. I'm not sure why, because you're not neuts to water. So if he's using Water Pulse, it's still super effective, but he chooses to use Aura Sphere, which is 4 times super effective, so you switch out your 2 times weak to Fighting Mon for a 4 times weak to Fighting Mon, and Aurora's just does absolutely nothing in the match because it's dead.
Rob made a nice play. He identified that James' team gets completely boned by fighting in steel types, and he took advantage of it.
It's very good.
James doesn't seem like he's playing like James is the big problem here. Is this the team, or is this just has James given up at this point?
It's the team. Like, what are you gonna do with Aurorus? Like, Aurorus isn't scaring shit out of him. Like, what was the point of even bringing Aurorus? It's not like Clawitzer was gonna cower in fear.
Would Freeze Dry? I'm gonna assume Freeze Dry is why I brought it in.
All right, fair enough.
Even then, at that point, you're still weak to water. You're weak to Water Pulse. It's got fucking Mega Launcher. That makes it even better. But I don't know. I don't know what his plan was there. And as well, Rob making use of those new Mons that he got in another way with. So Sock gets Sturdy, which I think is hilarious, and I love it.
That's why it's better than Throw.
That's why it's got like 120 attack. It's got sneaky attack for a tier 4. It's just not very fast, I think, is its problem.
No, it's pretty slow.
But like when you have Sturdy, it doesn't fucking matter because you just eat it and then it just perfection.
I really liked Sock as a pickup for him. I forgot how like low key good it was, and he showed us up this week.
Rob has an eye for the Pokemon that might be in the lower tiers that can surprise you, and this match was a great example of that with both Clawitzer and Sock.
Definitely.
Finishing off Ruby here, we had Gage beaten M1 +2, a match that, again, I talked to a few people about this. M1 has a really weird and fucky early game a lot of the time in these matches. His mid game usually is just him hitting Calm Mind and then usually winning as a result. This time, he didn't get lucky enough. That's basically what happened. Meloetta comes in, Calm Minds when Hydreigon's going to switch in, and you hit the Dazzling Gleam, because that 4 times weakness to Fairy ain't no joke. And at that point, it looked like, I was just like, this is in the bag. He's fucking got this. And then in comes Diancie. And Diancie uses Diamond Storm, as you would expect it to do. Mm-hmm. And then everybody remembers all at once, oh yeah, Diamond Storm has a 50% defense boost chance.
Yes. Oh yeah, Diancie's very good. I forgot.
There's a reason why it's like a decent wall and like got a Mega and
good mod.
It's a decent Pokemon.
I mean tier 4, it's good value with 150 in both Ds and 100 in attack, I think. I mean its HP isn't great, but that's whatever, and a 4 times weakness to steel is but I feel like
with the 7 steel types in this league? Countable 7.
And again, 150 defense, so it's not like you're going to be doing that much damage to it. So I thought it was in the bag. He gets double Diamond Storm to the point where a neutral Mach Punch from Conkeldurr does like 10%, which is just, ooh.
One big boy.
So either way, I would have been happy with the result of this match because, again, M1's my boy. But Gage did get some much-needed stuff for Diamond, even though Manny erased the lead that we had almost immediately.
Let's go.
So keeping things in Diamond now as we move on, we've got Kyle on the Warpath. A loss that was a stinging +5 loss on my end against Kyle here. It was nasty. Ooh, it was nasty.
Hey, Joe, did you ever hear the move Taunt?
Yeah.
I did. I had it on Aerodactyl and then he died.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, dude. Like, what? Can you walk me through that decision to stay in on that? Was it a roll to
No.
kill right here? Oh, you just wanted damage on Inferior?
Here's the thing, and again, I did say this in the battle after there, too. I should have hit Aqua Tail turn 1. I didn't. And, it wasn't great moving forward from there. That set the tone of the match, pretty much. Some weird things where I either should have put immunity or rest on Snorlax, and I didn't either. And I should have not fucked with my Zygarde set, so I accidentally had Extreme Speed twice.
Oh, yuck.
That's what we call a fatal error.
That's a fatal error, yeah. Especially when you're running ground EMZ and you don't have a ground move.
Oh.
Yeah.
Joe, the more you're talking about this game, the more just I realize how bad Cost just slapped you.
It was, I had no answer for Alola and Chansey. I was like, yeah, I got Virizion. Virizion can do something, but then I was like, but I need to get the Eviolite off Chansey first, and that, obviously, I revealed it a little too early on Empoleon, and, well, it is what it is. I gotta dust things off. I gotta keep it going here, and, it's Manny, you should be scared of Kyle. You should be.
Dude, like, he's just, like, on the other side of the fence, and I'm just sitting there, and I could see him he just slapped you, and then all of a sudden, like the other two people, he's ready to just deck. And, like, I'm sitting over there on the top of Pearl, just waiting in the championship game here. I'm a little afraid who's coming out that side.
It's gonna be rough when it happens. Hopefully,
It's not
it does
gonna be
happen,
easy no matter who comes out. It's gonna be very frustrating for me.
That's the thing, is your potential opponents are they're hardened. It's going to be rough. And finally for Diamond this week here, we had Garrison over Preston here. There were some nice little fun texts. I think these are some of the texts that Thomas was talking about here. Pursuit slacking. Woo!
You know,
Good plays.
I was like, he either clicks Retaliate and kills you, so you need to switch, or he clicks Pursuit and he kills you, and you shouldn't switch. But I'm pretty sure you died of Pursuit either way.
It was... Ooh.
That was...
It was damned if you do, damned if you don't, because, like, it was... Alakazam wasn't living, no matter what there, so... Poor Zam.
Poor Zam.
Poor Zam.
I think people are getting wise.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I think that's part of it here. As well, of course, we had Sub-Zero Slammer coming out and just getting rid of Swampert, just like, the 9% on Swampert, so that's good use of... Well, good use of dealing with a Z move, I shouldn't say. Definitely not good use of a Z move.
Fun fact,
No.
Swampert had like 40 special defense investment, Garrison was telling me. He just like threw some in for fun, he said. I believe you can quote him as saying, yeah, I just kind of put some in.
This man's a madman. Just, fuck it. 40 special defense.
Keeping with a theme that we will continue on in a little bit here in terms of, hey, did you know this move did this or didn't work in this case? Do you guys know the Grass Knot is a contact move?
No.
No,
The
but now I
answer
know.
to that question, Joe, is always no. Like whenever someone asks, hey, did you know that this move goes through this? And the answer is always no.
I think the best description of did you know that this does this is Throat Chop. When James pulled out Throat Chop, and everybody watching the match went to Google immediately.
I didn't know what that did, dude. Like I was on the other side. I'm like, what the hell is this?
I remember last season taking Iron Barb's damage on Grass Knot when using it on Ferrothorn as Zoroark, and I was just like, what the fuck just happened? Why did I take damage there?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a weird
There
one.
can't be more special contact moves. Like Grass Knot has to be the only one.
Probably.
That's so fucking weird.
I don't even want to know.
All right, let's move over here to, let's go ahead and talk about the other game where it's just like, hey, did you realize that this was this? Did you realize this happened here? So we had Derek in air quotes here, air quotes Derek, really actually Murphy, doing the unthinkable, getting a win for Derek here, getting the +4 over Tyler, which was a fairly impressive win, because again, I believe you said, Thomas, look what anybody other than Derek can do with this team.
Yeah. Murphy asked me to help him team build. I was like, all right, we need to scoop Derek this win to prove something to Derek.
Yeah. Nice.
Not because it put me in a better spot if Tyler lost, even though that's true. Not because, like, Derek was gonna not be in last place. No, just because we need to show Derek that Derek's team is relevant.
We're starting to find as well here the inherent problem where if you need to bring rain every week, people are going to find ways to exploit that. My favorite of which so far, which I made a mock team as well to try to help Tyler prepare for this. I was just like, wait a minute, Sliggoo gets hydration. That'll be fun. Let me bring that.
Yeah.
And then they brought it.
I love that. Hydration Sliggoo is such a great play.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, Murphy, Sliggoo gets hydration, bring rest, not sleep talk, and 3 moves.
And it worked. He got to use it in the match, and oh man, it was great seeing it, because I didn't think he was going to bring it, so I was like, oh my god.
I mean,
we're on the same thinking level.
He had no dragon types, he had no fairy types, right?
Yeah.
He needed to use, like, Ice Beam or something to do anything to this, so why not?
Sliggoo makes a fine Eviolite user. It's weird.
Oh my god.
And to go back to the original point here, did you guys know that Pursuit doesn't hit through Baton Pass?
That's so dumb.
No, because I told Murphy to do that. I was like, yo, click Pursuit, you'll kill him. And then it didn't I was like, whoa, oh, okay.
Who decides this stuff
Yeah.
on these board meetings? Like, why is this a good idea?
The whole point of Pursuit is that you hit Pokemon on Switch.
Right, it's to punish people for doing stuff like this. And just Baton Pass is just like, no, you don't get to punish me. I get to do what I want.
So there you go. Not a bad idea. If you have a Psychic type, put Baton Pass on, because then you won't be Pursuit trapped, I guess.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. The niche fucking scenario where he has a Pursuit Trapper.
Hey, it can happen. In this league, I mean, we've seen crazier shit.
You know what?
Oh, yes, we have.
Yes, we have.
Every week, and I applaud everyone in this league, because every week there's a series of turns in just about 2 or 3 matches that I just go, oh wow, okay, that was good.
So Baton Pass came into play later in the match too, where Thomas, you and I were talking about this a little before we started up here. So Celebi's got Swords Dance up, and you're throwing up Baton Pass. Rocks are out. You've got 2 physical attackers in Talonflame and Swampert going out against Magearna here. So your options are, it is raining, so you throw out Talonflame, you take 50%, and whatever Magearna throws at you, which in this case was Bloom Doom, or you throw in Mega Swampert and you die. And Tyler was just like, you know what? I'm going to do the most obvious thing on the planet, and I'm going to die.
But I mean, like, Bloom Doom would have done... Like, he didn't have priority flying moves anymore. He was in the rain, so Flare Blitz was not going to kill. Like, even, Bloom Doom would have done, I would say, like, 20 to 30% maybe, right?
Enough that if he hit Flare Blitz the next turn, he would have died.
Yeah, probably. Not even that. If he just, like, Murphy clicked, Thunderbolt the next turn too, he would have killed him. Like,
Talonflame would still be faster than Mags, and he does have the Swords Dance, so at least at that point, it's negating the rain differential, but, I can understand why Tyler did it, because on paper it looks like the good thing, but I mean, when you have, again, Tyler's going to get fooled by non-stab stuff about 100% of the time, just coverage moves. If you have coverage moves, you're good. And he probably didn't even notice that Magearna would get Energy Ball, and that would be a problem for Mega Swampert.
Can we next talk about how Tyler needs to learn to not just try to set up in front of everything?
I forgot about that.
There's a time to set up, and there's a time not to set up. And Tyler does not know how to differentiate at all.
Not just blow your load all at one time. Like, just spread the plays out. Save it.
He wasted a good 3 turns boosting when he could have gone for damage. This may have been, maybe he heard that we were talking about, hey, not a lot of people boost in this league, and then he was just like, yeah, let me just do that. Let me just try that.
Well,
but you gotta eventually attack.
Yeah. If you
don't
want,
get greedy.
if you want to win, you need to get rid of the 6 Pokemon in your opponent's team. I heard that's the only way to win.
Which leads us right to the next thing here. Thomas, you +6 Dave here. What the fuck's going on with Dave?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know why he even switched his team. The first team that he brought against me gave me so much more of an issue than this team did. At all. Like,
sometimes you overthink it, because, I had the same problem. I was like, he's going to be more prepared for Bulu, so I shouldn't bring Bulu, which was the exact wrong thing to do.
Stick to your studs, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
You don't have the 200-point mod not to use them.
I brought the same Celesteela, the same Emboar, the same Primarina, and the same Druddigon. I didn't even touch them. And then I dropped the other 2 Pokemon on my team, so I physically had to bring 2 different Pokemon. I brought Lopunny because I figured late game if I can get rid of Beedrill, it'll do something maybe. If I bring like Thunder Punch for Blastoise, and then, I don't know, just pray that I can do other things. I don't know.
Sometimes you don't need answers, though. Sometimes you just gotta punch something right in the face until it dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, Dave was behind the 8 ball from turn 1 on this here, because he switches in Kartana turn 1 to take a special attack that is a resisted special attack, but Thomas, you were saying if you put the specs on Primarina, he was fucked. Even a resisted hit, that special D on Kartana is garbage!
Yeah, that did 87? 84? I was like, Moonblast hits everything on his team except for Kartana, and maybe it's resisted by Beedrill, but before it Megas, it probably dies. I didn't calc it. I didn't need to. I had if he goes into Beedrill, Regirock was the answer, 100% of the time. He said Kartana died. Kartana did nothing but die. Like, even if he Swords Danced, Druddigon comes in and then clicks Fire Punch. Or actually, I probably would have clicked Stealth Rocks, because as soon as he hits me, he dies.
Because of Rough Skin Rocky Helmet.
I was doing 26% I did 26% to something else that hit me with Rough Skin Rocky Helmet, so it was dying.
I just don't think Kartana is very good.
I think it's good. I think he just didn't implement it well. Also,
Kartana is good. It needs to be a late game cleaner. It needs when your guy has like maybe 3 Pokemon left. That's when Kartana comes in. It's not something that you're bringing out turn 2 because it's gonna get murked.
Yeah. Also, he sent Lycanroc in to die.
What was his answer to Celesteela? Did he have an answer? Because
no. I'm just, you know what?
Take your +6 and put it in your pocket.
I will. Wait a
I'll
second.
see you next week.
I will see you next week.
Let's move on to Manny. I think this is a good time to talk about the other Conference Cup match we had here. Again, Manny putting the team on his back, though. We got fucking +4 over Tristan here. There was some weird shit going on in this match, Manny, where you got lucky as hell. Not lucky as hell, I should say. But,
no. Things definitely played in my favor.
How many games do you think you would win if you accidentally tried to Toxic during Misty Terrain?
That was a real big slip. Like, I slapped myself right in the face. I don't know what I was doing. Because, the whole point of Steelix was to wall Vikavolt and then to help Girder wall Porygon. And I was like, I did that thing that Thomas told me not to do. It was just like, I was like, Toxic! And just clicked. And then I was like, oh, this isn't good. And then when he Trick Rooved, I was like, my mind is min speed 0 IV. So I was like, I'm the slowest thing in the game. And then maybe he knew that, and then Trick Roomed to get it back to normal to then go into something that was faster to try. I don't know. Maybe it was on purpose, just to he realized that I wasn't gonna fall for that. Like, I prepped for the Trick Room enough. And then so he tried to kind of counteract.
The double Trick Room, I think, was my favorite part of that match here, which had a lot of highlights, but obviously Trick Rooming and being like, wait a minute, and then Trick Rooming again.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen double Trick Room pull off. Not once.
Dude, it was bonkers.
I've seen Trick Room Tailwind numerous times in my life, but I have yet to see double Trick Room.
As well, there are some other fun things like... And this might be just, it's his first season. You make mistakes in your first season. Rest has a very particular sleep counter.
2 turns.
2 turns. And it seemed like Tristan didn't quite notice that. Same thing with he did also accidentally hit Sleep Talk before he was even rested.
He also clicked Rest in Misty Terrain.
Yes, which sometimes you learn that the hard way, because I know that in Season 4, when you had Tapu Fini, a lot of people were just like, wait a minute, I can't do what?
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah. Okay, so... Back in Season 4, I posted this long thing in the Facebook group about the Tapoos. If you search Tapu in Facebook, in the PFL group, it'll pop up. Learn.
Don't read it. Don't read it. Just forget it. Don't, Joe, cut this out of the podcast.
What? Wow.
You got a pretty, definitely a good win on that one here. You're going to have to 6-0 Thomas if you're going to be chasing Destiny here with getting plus 31 on 7 wins, not counting the DQ win that you had.
Damn it,
so
James.
I wish you I wish you the best of luck on that one here.
I think I'm going to come up short there.
So one other favorite thing about this match, Manny, you put Guts on Girder on purpose because you thought you were going to get skull burned.
Dude, Skullburn can't melt steel memes. Like the whole point of Girder was to help take on Suicune and to kind of 1v1 Porygon late game. And I was like, he's gonna just no brain toxic, and the only attack move he's gonna bring on Suicune is Skull, because that's all he brought.
Look what happened. I mean, you were.
I love it when a good plan comes together.
So we got here a match in Sapphire. Murphy getting the win over Mike, taking the division back here, splitting the uprights with Mike here, 1-1. Mike made very few mistakes in this match, I'd say. The one big one that comes out to me is power whipping with Burned Gudra, because that's the only thing. I mean, like, Mike played this match almost as well as he could have, but that's the only big thing in my mind that stuck out as to why Mike lost, possibly.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
Other than RNG.
I didn't understand that play.
Mixed Gudra?
Yes, he was.
What the fuck?
Hey, man.
I've heard physical Gudra and like defensive Gudra, and like I've heard thousands of Gudra sets, but like pulling out the mixed Gudra, like dude, just run like mixed ape. Like don't just. Me and Joe were talking about it.
I think because we gave him so much shit about mixed ape.
He's gonna run everybody mixed now.
Yo, watch out, mixed Mega T-Tar, mixed Tangrowth.
And finally, the last match we're going to be talking about here, we got Mitch over Dan +3. One of the bigger surprises, I think, here. One thing I noticed in this match here, because it happened in my match against Dan last week, he's just letting Latios stay out there and just eating a crunch. Why?
It was Scarfed. I don't think he was expecting Scarfed T-Tar.
He ran it twice in a row. He probably just copied and pasted the same T-Tar.
It happens.
And after that point, like, I don't know what exactly he was planning on doing with Latios. Does Latios get Focus Blast? Is that what his play was there? Because, like, after a certain point, he had basically nothing for, like Machamp was his only option for Tyranitar. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, I think that was his play.
Everything else was going to get hit by Stone Edge or Crunch and die. So, I don't know what... I mean, knocking off the Scarf, obviously a good thing here, so... You kind of, I mean, Tyranitar, as we said, probably the best value in the draft here at 120, and it showed it this week where it didn't, again, Slurpuff put in some work. There was some more things than just Tyranitar, but Tyranitar showed that it's something you need to prepare for.
Are we moving that thing back up?
Yes.
It's like, I remember when we moved it down, and you were like, yeah, no, this is fine. And then during the draft, there was like 7 people like, T-Tar, let's go. At that point, I realized we made a big mistake.
It was in that moment we'd realized we fucked up.
Exactly.
One of many fuck-ups this season.
That's rough.
Let's just baton pass out of this conversation.
Right into trades and pickups here. For the week here, we've got the most obvious, possibly something that Mario should have done since week 1, although I think I was the person who was just like, yeah, make Miss Majors your Z-Captain. Yeah, do it. Go ahead. Just do it. So, Salamence is his Z-Captain now, replacing Miss Majors. We all know how crazy good Z-Salamence can be, so that's basically the obvious choice, I'd say.
I mean, like, Z-Fly Salamence is... Like, it's just one of those things. It's like, what are you going to do? And then you get the Moxie. It's the perfect formula. I can't believe he didn't do this sooner.
The man is 6-1, for fuck's sake. He didn't need to.
And even, he burned his pickup, but he made his team so much better.
Then we've got Kyle here dropping Blaziken for Ambipom, which is a little odd to me on surface level here, because I feel like a good fighting type is something you need. Blaziken was something that I ended up over-prepping for in my match against Kyle here, just because I felt like it... Maybe he doesn't need it anymore because he's not going to be facing me again, which is understandable too, because I don't know how much Blaziken did against everybody else in the division. But he's getting Ambipom, which Ambipom and Chinchino were 2 Pokemon that I think everybody in Dunmore wanted on their team at some point this season, but neither of them got drafted.
I think he's worth like 80 points.
Not 100.
Like I don't think he's a tier 3, but like I don't think he's a tier 4. So if that's he's in that weird like Haxorus kind of range where like Haxorus is too good for to be 100, but he's not quite 120.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good pickup.
And we got a pickup that Manny just put in here right now. He is dropping Dusk Noir, the man who has changed hands so many times here. Because you got Dusk Noir from Rob, and then you gave it to Garrison. Garrison gave it back to you after not using it. And now you
hot potato.
And now you are dropping Dusk Noir for Vileplume.
Yes. I need a grass type. Vileplume's relatively bulky. Could be a good Black Sludge. It could be a good Self-S user. Get some cool stuff like Sleep Powder and whatnot.
Effect Spore is a good ability
Effect
all
Spore
around.
is really, really, really annoying. What's that, like 30% chance on contact?
Yeah, for what? Sleep paralysis or poison?
Yeah.
Ooh, that 30%. You could turn that 30% into something crazy, as Thomas proved in his... Or no, I'm sorry, as you proved, where you got the fucking Moonblast special attack drop 3 times in a row.
Yeah, that was some
more
horse
than
shit.
Once this season.
That was some horse shit.
That's not the first time that's happened.
So, Thomas, you are putting in some changes here as well, and because you didn't write them down and I forgot what they were, would you please explain your 3 pickups,
Yeah, I'm
please?
gonna drop Megalopony, Shaman, and Regirock for Mega Aggron, Venusaur, and Terrakion.
Yeah, there we go.
Wait, so you're gonna run Mega Aggron and Philistela?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Come at me.
Talking about these giant steel types here. So, here, once again, Manny, somebody changing their team.
I'm cornering the market on the steel types. Me and Derek own almost all of them.
Yeah, 5 out of the 7 available.
It's like...
And I'm left over here with Mega Steelix, like I'm like Tony Stark and Iron Man 1.
Mario has Metagross, and that's it. Nobody... did we take out Mega Mawile? Oh no, Mega Mawile went undrafted.
And I think that this makes your team a bit more interesting because obviously Mega Aggron gigantic, first of all. Terrakion, I had him a little bit this season. He won me my match against Preston. I love Terrakion, and he's going to be your new Z captain, replacing Reuniclus here too. So Z Continental Crush ain't nothing to fuck with, especially from Terrakion.
Oh, did I say I was dropping... I'm sorry. Did I say I was dropping Shaman or Reuniclus?
Well, you're dropping Shaman and Reuniclus, right?
I heard all of them.
No, I'm dropping Lopunny, Regirock. Oh, I'm sorry, I did my math wrong. You're right.
Yeah.
It's Lopunny, Reuniclus, and Shaman. I'm sorry, I did my math wrong.
No, that's all right. And Terrakion's your new captain.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, I think that's what we got going on here. We're going to go to our second ever super interview that I already forgot the name of that I gave it last week here. The Commish interview series, I believe. Oh, yeah, the CIS. There we go. Of course. Perfect. We're going to... Thomas will be interviewing Mario here. I didn't listen to it this time, so I can only hope it doesn't sound like garbage.
Hey, what's going on? Today I have Mario with me.
Hello.
For a little interview before the battles this week. So Mario, you're versing Trevor this week. How you feeling?
Meh, I'm alright.
You all right?
Yeah, I think, should be probably not a repeat of last time. I got a couple new tricks up my sleeve I'm gonna use.
Yeah, that's what makes the rebattles so potent.
Yeah, don't have to worry
In
about
this new 20-person league, the 16-person league, these rebattles, they give you a chance to try out some new strategy that we didn't have originally, right? So you're versing Trevor, right?
Yes.
Trevor is 1-5 right now.
Yeah.
Not the best record.
Yeah.
He's got some very good Pokemon too. He's got Kyurem B, Mega Guard,
baby.
Skarmory, Volcarona, Chestnut, Sharpedo, Hitmontop, Exploud, Electros, Dusclops, and Wailord.
I actually really like this team.
I do too, because he loves bringing Skarmory, so he always has good access to Defog for Volcarona. And I feel like Sharpedo, even though it's not Mega, with like Protect Speed Boost, is still a pretty good threat.
Yeah, can be.
I do not think he's brought Wailord yet, though I do believe he's brought everything else. Maybe not Hitmontop.
No,
I don't know if
he
I've
brought
seen
him on
that.
top against me.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Yeah, so there we go. Alright, so now I gotta ask.
Yes.
What's your strategy? What do you have going into this match that you feel confident that you can come out with the W this week?
Got one word for you.
Mm-hmm.
Moxie. Always rely on the money.
So you're thinking about bringing like Scarf Terracross with Moxie
Oh, yeah.
again?
One of the
Yep.
two. One of the two of them are going to be Scarf.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to mix it up every week.
Oh, that's right. You have Salamence with Moxie as
I
well.
do. And then,
That could be a very potent Choice Scarf Moxie user as well.
Mhm.
I mean, in a certain situation, if you could get it down to a couple Pokemon, yeah, Scarf in the back.
Mhm. All I need is one good revenge kill.
Yes. So I gotta ask, with Salamence, Nidoking, Whimsicott, Minior, what is your Kyurem B answer?
It's a good question. Probably have to rely mostly on Salamence.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't make the same mistake I made last time.
Oh yes, the very close calcs.
Yeah, which was I banded him as opposed to Scarf.
Okay, so you're not even gonna take the chance anymore of
No.
him being scarfed. You're just gonna scarf yourself
Yeah.
and be done with it.
Base 100 speed should outspeed pretty much everything on its entire team.
Yeah. His fastest mon would be Sharpedo +1.
Yeah.
Volcarona if it gets up a Quiver Dance maybe, but outside of Scarfed Kyurem, yeah, you'll be the fastest thing.
Other than that, I don't know. I know Nidoking is going to always put in the work like he always does.
Yeah, Nidoking has a good spread against him. Being able to bring Thunderbolt for stuff, Ice Beam for others. Yeah, and then Stab,
Secret
Earth Power
text.
is always fun.
Secret text of Flamethrower and Psychic.
Oh yeah.
No one ever sees that
Yeah,
coming.
dude.
I think he gets Psychic. Never used it. I'm pretty sure he gets it.
I love bringing Flamethrower on Nidoking.
Yeah, it's just no one.
It's a
sees it
personal
coming.
favorite of mine. I'm assuming you're gonna bring like Heatran and Salamence,
Yes.
maybe Mega Absol, Nidoking, Heracross potentially, and then I could see Milk Tank being your best option
Oh,
here,
yeah.
or maybe Minior
So I'm
with White Herb.
I'm actually thinking about doing. So obviously, Heatran, Salamence, Heracross, Nidoking, and then Miltank and Vaporeon.
Okay.
It's a toss-up between Vaporeon and Whimsicott.
I like your Vaporeon idea just a little bit better because I think it handles Icinium Z better from Kyurem.
Mm-hmm.
And by think I mean it definitely does.
It definitely does.
But the chance of it bringing, what is it, the Fusion Bolt is also potentially there.
Yeah, I mean, what else? It's either going to be Earth Power or Fusion Bolt. There's no other. What else do you do? There's really nothing else if you're going to run offensive.
Yes, I agree. I mean, he could try to just pick something off with, Glaciate? No, that's not what it's called. Kyurem B's scary 140 base power ice
the
move.
Physical free shock or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called off the top of my head. That's probably
I
bad.
mean,
But
hopefully, I don't want to, get hopes up here, but Heatran max defense, max HP is going to take most of what he can dish out, with the exception of Earth Power.
yes.
Everything else he will literally eat.
So are you planning on bringing, I'm assuming like a leftover standard max defense or max special defense type build with HP investment?
I'm actually thinking about doing anti-lead Heatran. So possibly balloons.
Oh.
Or one of the berries.
Okay. I'm actually a big fan of bringing the ground berry on Heatran.
Yeah. I'm also going to have Stealth Rocks. So Stealth Rock, Splash Cannon, Flamethrower, and then Earth Power.
And can I ask why you don't want to bring Lava Plume or Magma Storm instead of bringing Flamethrower?
Back for the long game. Heatran.
Okay, I can appreciate that.
Heatran is someone who needs to take hits and then dish out damage. He's in it for the long haul. He's not something unless they're carrying like a tech Earth move out of nowhere. He's someone who's going to be there. Like he's going to put a lot of pressure on your opponent. So
like a hidden power ground coming out from Exploud or from Gardevoir.
Ridiculous like that. But other than that, he's going to be there. He's going to be taking hits. It's what he does, and I can't have him lowering his special attack or the move being base damage lowered over time. Something like that's logical, right?
Yes.
Yeah. If I lose half my HP, the move's useless. I'd rather just use Flamethrower, and I need the accuracy too. I need the pressure out.
It's very fair. Now, what 6 Pokemon do you think he's gonna bring?
That is
personally.
A good question. Now, if I had to guess, I'm gonna say he's gonna mix it up this time, just because I want to say I know him fairly well. He's obviously gonna bring KB. I wouldn't even be surprised if he led with KB and just clicked Dragio and Z. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he did that. I think he's gonna bring probably Skarmory. Skarmory. Why should he never? Show us Skarmory. Mega Gardevoir, and
Okay.
Electros. But I think he's also going to bring Dusclops. That's Dusclops, right? Dusclops?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
Dusclops.
Probably going to bring him on top to handle Heatran. And I think he also might do Chestnut as well.
Okay.
Taking a wild guess on that one.
So you're thinking Kyurem B, Mega Guard, Skarmory, Chestnut, Hitmontop, and Electros.
Yes, I think he is so scared of Heatran that he's going to over-prepare for it. Not scared of Heatran, just he knows it's going to be a huge threat.
I mean, that's what Heatran does. It's a very huge threat.
Yep.
Being defensive, yet also being able to deal out a good amount of damage if built defensively.
Mm-hmm.
For all he knows, you could bring Scarfed Heatran with Earth Power, Flamethrower, Flash Cannon. It's a very scary set that most people aren't prepared for.
Yeah, that's going to be one of my fun battles right there.
Okay. I like it. Gotta have some fun in this league.
You really do.
Alright, well, thank you, Mario.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Alright.
Rock
That'll
and
be
roll.
it for this week. We'll go back into the chat of Inside the PFL now.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So that was the interview with Mario. I hope it was good. We're moving right along swiftly into Commish Picks here. So let's talk about the last week of Commish Picks because it was eventful, if anything. I got fucked on my picks. Let me tell you. I went 4-6. I lost the week here. Manny, you did a bit better at 6-4. The Tyler, the M1 pick. The things that seemed obvious on paper. The James, well, not even the James pick. James not being James and things like that. Thomas, coming out here with, we went 8-2 before. You went 8-2 before. You've gone 8-2 again here, only losing the Tyler and the M1 pick. With this, gentlemen, the standings are, myself and Manny are tied at 40-30, and Thomas pulling up the rear, so far behind, 1,000,000 miles behind at 39-31.
We're back, baby.
Last place.
So this week is going to be very interesting in terms of Commish Picks here. Let's move swiftly into it. This is the week 1 rematch week, which I think might be the most interesting because everybody's got all that rust week 1. Week 1 is a weird week, and this is going to be, I don't know, it's going to be, I'm excited to see what goes on this week here, but starting things off, we got James versus M1 here. Even with James's better team, M1 takes it.
Yeah, I'm going with M1. Pinscher is just so good.
Yeah. Pinscher's good Pokemon.
Not only that, but Conkeldurr, especially with all those ice types running around.
All the punches. So many punches.
So that's a sweep right there. Next we got Rob taking on Trevor here. My faith's back in Rob. Rob all the way. Putting it all on Rob.
I'm putting my eggs right in the Rob basket. It feels good to be back, boys.
Booby! Booby, I missed you!
So that's another sweep there. Legally, we cannot pick Mike, so everybody pick Tristan. There we go. No... sorry, Mike. Mike hates the fact that I say we legally can't pick him anymore.
We can't. He let us down.
He did.
I'm not going to give him the chance to, let me down one more time. So.
Next we've got here Murphy versus Dan. Murphy's riding the wave right now. I think he is going to take down Dan, who has been kind of floundering a bit, if we want to continue using water metaphors.
I just don't think that Dan changed his team enough to take on Murphy. I just don't know what he does. I don't think Latios will carry him out of the disgusting defeat that he faced the first week.
I'm going with Murphy. I just think he's a better battler.
So we're sweeping it once again. And, Thomas giving him a +3 too. Damn, that's a big edge right there.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he, +4'd him last time, if I remember.
It was rough. Next we got Preston versus Gage here. I think that it's probably got to be Preston on this one. Again, I want to choose Gage, but this division it's smacking people around, and I think I got to go with Preston.
Yeah, I'm going with Preston too. Gage is too I don't know, it's too variable.
Give me Gage. I think the Gator's making a comeback this week.
Oh boy.
Oh shit, dude.
I think if he gets rid of Coco, the Gator is primed and ready, dude. Primed and ready.
Goddamn. Next we got myself versus Garrison. I'm not quite as confident this time as I was week 1, but I am taking myself.
I'm going with Garrison. I don't like that you have a positive win-loss, but like you have a -2 differential.
Yeah, I do.
So I don't understand how that happened, so I'm picking Garrison.
Wait, what did you do, Joe?
I am 5-2 +8. My
Yeah.
2 losses have both been +5 losses, so I am -2 differential.
Feels
Which
bad.
means he's not winning by very much.
No, I am not.
Yeah, give me Garrison too. Man, spooky. I've been saying it all season. Garrison's a spooky person.
He's upgraded Rob, and I don't like it one bit.
Upgraded Rob.
Next, we've got the big rematch everybody's been waiting for. By everybody, I mean me, hopefully. I bet Thomas and Manny have not been looking forward to this match since the first week. Thomas versus Manny here, Commish on Commish Crime. I picked Thomas the first time, and I ate it, but I think this time the rust is gone. Thomas is going to give Manny the biggest run for his money for the season so far.
I'm going to go with myself. I'm going to keep betting on myself. It's definitely going to be the closest match, and I'm dreading all of these rematches. And it just sucks that Thomas is the first rematch.
Yeah, I gotta take myself, but if I do squeak this one out, it's gonna be like a +1 or a +2. It's gonna be a good match, Manny. I'm excited.
Oh no, it's gonna be fun. I'm not gonna enjoy game playing for it, but
Oh, neither am I. I'm gonna be sweating all week.
I'm gonna be
make
up at like 2 a.m, just being like, what if Thomas brings something?
Oh man, that's gonna be a good one. Ooh, I'm excited.
Let's go,
It's
boy.
gonna be a good match. Hype.
Next, we got Dave versus Tyler here. Dave's been playing bad, but I gotta go with Dave because I still don't have enough faith in Tyler.
I'm going with Dave because every time I rest my hands or my faith in Tyler's hands, he just butterfingers and drops it. So I'm going Dave.
Give me Tyler. I don't think he has a good answer for the Rain team.
Oh, all right. Next, we got the first of the Conference Cup matches here. Kyle versus Mario, as much as it pains me, because Mario's my boy. Mario's all of our boy, I think. I gotta go Kyle +3, because the man is on the fucking warpath!
Oh my gosh, this is Kyle's game to lose here. But like, if anyone can get through those walls, it's Mario's team. So it's going to be a very good on paper matchup. We'll just see how they both do. You know, anything can change during the game, but on paper it should be good. But Kyle's going to squeak this one out.
Nah, give me Mario. I think he's got the tools, man.
He does.
I love
he
Kyle.
Totally has the tools to beat him.
I love Kyle. He's my boy. I love my cousin Mario. He's also my boy, as Joe said. But like, I got to give it to Mario on this one. I think he can squeak it out. I think his warpath is going to be a little
got a
little
roadblock in the
lessened.
way.
Yeah.
And finally, we've got Mitch taking on Derek here. Derek doesn't have any backup assistant coach clauses anymore, so I gotta go Mitch.
I'm going to go Mitch +3.
Oh.
Let's go, Mitch.
Yeah, I gotta take Mitch on this one too. I mean, I hope that Derek learns from what what Murphy did and what me helping Murphy team build do to be able to win. But I don't know. I've tried helping him in the past. He still brings driver ball and Magnazone.
Shouldn't you guys have more faith in your Pearl boy? Come on.
No.
All right.
No way.
Well, with that then, let's go ahead and wrap things up with the Conference Cup update, the Conference Cupdate, if you will, before we finish up here. Diamond with the +2, just kind of keeping ahead just a little bit at 20 points in the Conference Cup here. Pearl coming close, 19. Sapphire could turn it around if Mitch gets a big win on Derek here. He could, they could pull ahead because they're at 15. They're still very close. And 7 points for Ruby.
Yikes.
Yikes is right.
Let's go, Pearl. We got this, boys. We clawed out of the depths of hell to get here. We're gonna finish the season strong.
Yes.
After this week when Derek loses. That's besides the point. Let's just next week or 2 weeks from now. It's fine.
Man, oh man. Well, I think that this is where we close the door on this one here, or the book, or whatever. As we're going into Week 9, the second rematch week. Gentlemen, could Week 9 be the most important week of the season?
Oh, this is where everyone's playoff races start, Joe. Of course, this is the most important week. We got the rematches that are underway.
The seeding is going to become much more apparent after this week too,
Oh, yes,
and
it's
we're gonna start
tight.
getting some looking forward to the playoffs here. I think because it's rough. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared for the week. I'm scared for every week moving forward, and that's why it is the most important week of the season.
Yes. Everything, yes. I don't know what else to say. Like,
Okay, good.
as soon as you hit rematches in a draft like this, that's when you see that's it. It's just playoffs.
So I think that it's time to end it here for Inside the PFL. I am Joe.
Manny.
Your boy Thomas.
Everybody enjoy your battles this week and have fun.
Peace.
Bye.